Aussie, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today, let's make some tuna cakes. And I don't know about you, but I could just eat tuna like right out of the can. I love it. And my grandmother used to make this tuna like spread that she would serve over toast. But now that I'm carnivore, I'm not doing that. So this is a carnivore friendly, keto friendly recipe. And let's just go over the things that you're going to need, and then I'm going to show you the steps. First of all, you'll need 1, 2, or 3 cans of tuna. And I really like this brand, Safe Catch. I get it at Costco, and it's actually tested for mercury, so that's wonderful. You'll need 1 egg per can, so I've got 2 eggs here. You'll need some pork rinds, crushed, and then use the seasonings that you like. Of course, I'm going to add some salt, but I like Dijon mustard, so you can put a little bit of Dijon in these, and that pairs really well with dill. You could really amp up the flavor if you wanted to use like a seafood seasoning or a shrimp seasoning. Just read the labels, make sure that they're not loaded with sugar. And then I have my avocado spray, because I'm going to actually spray down this little mold. This is so cool to make small crab cakes. We make crab cakes too, but these are going to be tuna. You can actually use smoked salmon for this. There's just all kinds of things. So let's get started. Let me just put my coffee aside. And the first thing you're going to want to do is pop open your tuna, and then we're going to drain it. So do not throw that great tuna juice away. My dogs love it. So they end up with leftovers. I don't know about y'all, but I have this Shih Tzu. You'd think he's a cat, because he absolutely loves any kind of seafood. It's crazy. We'll be boiling shrimp or something like that, and he comes running in the kitchen. Gotta have it. All right, so we'll get all that delicious tuna out of there. And this is really a nice looking grade of tuna. Although I will tell you, my neighbor caught some and shared with me out of the Gulf of Americas now. And wow, that's the best tuna I've ever had in my life. So I'm just going to break it up, let everything drain off. I'll set this aside for just a second, put it up here, and let me get my big bowl. So in the big bowl, we're going to start with the eggs, and I'm just going to whisk them up a little bit with this fork. And just think of the eggs as your binding agent. Okay, so we've got the egg mixture. Let's add the Dijon. Let's shake it up a little bit. And I'm going to do about a tablespoon. A little bit more in there. Just because I really like the flavor profile that this adds. Dill, you're either a fan or you're not. You can certainly skip it. I'm going to do about 1/2 teaspoon. It's going to give it a little bit of color, a little bit of flavor. And same thing with the Redmond salt. You know, this is a stronger salt, but we'll go with a good teaspoon. You can always add more salt after. And let me just kind of stir all that around. Hopefully that won't slide into my bowl. No, it's okay. Okay, and so now I've got the pork rinds and the tuna. So what I really want to do next is put the tuna in. And just kind of coat that. And I will say I have very clean hands because I'm getting ready to get in here and get a little bit messy with this. So you can see that's pretty runny. So I'm going to start adding some pork rinds to thicken everything up. Let me spray my little press real quick. And I've got a parchment lined pan that I'm going to put these on once I make them. And we're going to refrigerate them for an hour before I cook them up. You can cook them in an air fryer or on your stovetop. That's how I'll do it, in butter. And you just, because all of the ingredients are cooked already, you just really want to brown up the edges. Not the edges, but the bottom and top of them. And break that up, so I definitely need more. So probably about 1/4 to a 1/2 cup of pork rinds would be enough. This is one of those things you just gotta feel it and say, okay, like that is too moist. So I'm gonna add the rest. This, and actually putting them in the fridge and letting it set up makes it so much easier with the cooking process. Okay, so let me move a few things out of the way. Excuse me. Okay, these are really moist. Mixed up, looks great. So let's make a cake. So I kind of like to mash it together, then just press it down into this mold. And if you don't have one of these, use a cookie cutter, a round cookie cutter. Works perfectly well. Turn it over, press down, pull it away. Perfect little cake, okay? So we'll do another one. So easy. And break up that tuna a little bit more. And for those of you that are keto or carnivore, God, these are so filling. I usually will eat maybe 2 of these at a time. I guess it's just so dense. And they're really, really filling. And you can make a little sauce to go with them. Sometimes I just put extra butter on them, just to add some healthy fat. So I should get 6 out of this. So 3 patties per can of tuna. This is the kind of thing I like to make in advance, have them in the fridge. It's time for lunch. I can just heat a couple up. Makes a great snack. You can even pre-cook them if you want. Just have them ready to go, which is always a good idea. All right, last one. Get down in there and get all that good stuff. And I really can't wait to try this with salmon. I just think they would be great. Okay, so there are your 6 tuna patties, or tuna cakes. And I'm going to put them in the fridge and let them really chill for at least an hour. And then I'll show you how I cook them on the stovetop. So here you go. There are our tuna cakes, fresh out of the refrigerator. They've been refrigerating for 1 hour. So let me set those aside, warming up my nonstick pan, and we're going to add some butter. So let that melt down. And we'll just brown the cakes in that. So let me get one ready to go. And melt that down. And this is one of those things, you know, you want to just have the temperature on medium because you don't want to cook these too fast, and you certainly don't want them to burn. So I'm just going to slide a couple of these cakes into that melting butter. I think we can do 4 pretty easily. Now, just let those cook for 2 to 3 minutes or until they brown, and then we're going to flip them over, brown the other side, and then they're ready to serve. So here you go. This is the color that you want on these little tuna cakes. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you. Scoop one up. That's what they look like. Totally cooked, and now they're ready to eat. So I hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching. Every Sunday I will be putting out some sort of keto, carnivore friendly recipe. So be sure and give us a thumbs up. Try these, season them the way that you want, and let me know what you think. And I will see you again next week.